Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's a girl Owamie, aka Miss Fair for collaborating back for our entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that I subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now, my ninjas, today we're going to talk about something that is quite serious. What's basically going on is that, you guys, I actually came across this post on Twitter, and it says the deputy principal of Tlof, guys. I don't think it's Katlehong. It's definitely not. It's like Tlof. I don't know, guys. Secondary caught having sex with a pupil at school. The community of Seleteng murdered him badly. And then obviously, you know, there's a video over there. He is naked, completely naked. He is bleeding. Okay, he's bleeding bad. Now, obviously, I do not think that YouTube would allow me to post that video here. Even if I was to cut, you know, it would just be too graphic because there's so much blood. So what I will do is that I will take the video and I will reshare it on my Twitter, because I think Twitter actually allows that. So you can go boldly Owamie on Twitter, follow me there, and I'm sure I'll repost that. Now, I think that the reason why I even came to a point where I had to talk about this was because some of the comment sections, like the retweets that were under that, were just stupid. Okay, so this person says, why isn't the pupil there? Or was he having sex alone? A well-mannered child would have went home and said, Mama, principal uyangishela. Yes, the principal is wrong, and the community dealt with him accordingly. But this is also says a lot about the pupil and the parenting. Okay. Now, the first thing that I'm gonna go ahead and ask this mister, because obviously this is a man, okay, and a woman gonna type this nonsense, okay, and his name is the saint, okay, Mzwake. Now, the only question that I'll have for him is, say, is you stupid or is you dumb? Like, you can only choose one of those two, because it's either you be stupid or you be dumb, okay. Now, you guys need to understand that this principal, the vice principal, they are alleging that he's over 40 years old. And then here he is sleeping with a child that is a teenager. Now, this child is in high school, obviously, but at most times, all these kids, you guys, like by the time most of these kids, they are like 18, they turn 18 when they're doing matric, and then they're leaving. They've not been exposed to life. They've not been exposed to a lot of stuff. You know, they're only exposed to the community around them at most, because obviously you've not gone to varsity, you have not seen, you know, life basically as, you know, as life is. And so there's gonna be people that will come out here and say that, what about the child? A child that is a minor next to a 40-something-year-old man, old disgusting man. And I think that is very, very important, you guys. I'll give you guys also like something that literally happened. I was talking to my aunt, and it was the time that I was actually home. We were with Ray. We decided that we were going to sleep there, and my aunt loves all of us. Like, she's the one that took us in, you guys, when we were kicked out of our home. So she loves us like with her soul. That much we all know. Now, she also is the one that raised Ray from the age of 6 months until, you know, I can't remember how many years, but yeah, you know, so she's also like raised other mom, you understand. And so I was busy doing my hair, and Ray was busy running around. That was the day that I had actually gotten home. This was in September, and I have a very close relationship with Ray. I try my best that our relationship is open. I do not shout at him. You know, I always try to talk to him, and in a very, I would say, even if it's assertive, but it's like, I don't like shouting at him. I don't like threatening him. I want him to have full access to me. So Ray is very comfortable with me. I hug him a lot. I kiss him a lot. That is my love language with my son, and I'm okay with it. And I remember my aunt saying that, you know, Pela, you guys need to raise the baby well, because probably when we were there, I probably hugged and kissed him like 4 times. Do you understand? And she was like, you need to raise him well. And I know that it was coming from a place of love, but I remember just telling her to say that, you know, auntie, we can't raise our kids the same way that you guys raised us. These days, like, our kids are in danger no matter where it is that they go to. So our children, they need to literally be so free enough to can come and tell us every and anything. And that's why we need to be extremely close to them, that even if a teacher just looks at this child funny or says something crazy, my child is gonna be comfortable enough to actually come out and actually tell me. And I love that we are actually literally that close, because there was a point where I think some child beat him up or slapped him, and then my son was like, "Auntie, I need to tell you something. There's a boy that was bullying me." And I asked him, "What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Should I come to the school?" And he said no, he doesn't want me to come, but if it happens again, then he will tell me, then I can come. And I said okay. And as much as it was so difficult for me to not go there and literally just, I had to build trust with him, and I was so proud of the fact that he was comfortable enough to come and tell me when it happened, and I trusted the fact that if it happens again, he's going to tell me, and this time I could actually act. So it's not all parents, you guys, that are raising our kids this way. And mind you guys, children that are in high school right now, they're not in the generation that is being raised by us, our peers. So they are being raised by a different generation. You may find that this child, you guys, like at school, the vice principal literally threatened her that if you do not, I'm going to make sure that you fail. You might find that this principal try to bribe this child, who, you guys know how poor our communities are, got 200 rand, guys. This vice principal, he knows damn well that he's wrong, and I'm just shocked that he was still even standing there. He was naked, guys. He has a very small it's small, and he was bleeding and everything. So I'm just shocked that the community even still allowed him have that. Now the other part again that I was even talking about, and I was like, as wives, like, we go through, people as wives, let me not say we, because I'm no longer there. I'm no longer part of that gang. Not right now. It's like being a wife, you guys, sometimes you go through so much. Imagine you are at home, you're busy cooking for this man, you're busy cleaning for him, you're busy ironing, you're doing everything. Hi, Obabake is at work, my husband is at work. Next thing you know, but hey, Gushubile, your husband, they are killing him over there. What happened? They caught him sleeping with a school child. You go there, he is naked, and he has a very small Now the whole community knows what you're dealing with. Oh my gosh, nangai lo. The embarrassment that man sometimes will put you under. The size of that thing, she definitely is begazelling in that place. I shame, in my personal opinion, she has to be. Hi guys, there's no way. And then now imagine the whole community knowing. The whole community knowing, guys. Hi, Bella, there's one thing, it's one thing to begazela it in private. No, guys, not my battery literally dying. But as I was saying, guys, like, it's a humiliating thing, man. And I wish men would actually understand this part, to say, if you know yourself that you ain't got no anaconda, okay, like, sit your behind down. You're embarrassing your wife. Like, it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. And most times wives are not gonna tell you. Your wife is not gonna tell you that, hey, it's small, so sit down. You only hear if she's very upset after she finds out that you've cheated on her. That's most of times that they will tell you. But before, most of them, wives will just be like, I love him for who he is. And then when you're gonna go out there and try embarrass her, it's so embarrassing. I can't imagine what the wife would be going through, you guys. Imagine being called, hey, your husband, they're killing him over there. Go, you get there, he's naked. Everyone is seeing him like that. And you find out that he's literally a rapist, especially if the child is a teenager that is under the age of 18. Ninjas, this is just crazy. But anyway, go ahead and comment down below what you guys think of this whole situation. From Owamie, what I love, you guys. And I do also have to say, guys, please be close to your siblings, okay? I understand our younger sisters may not be as comfortable with our parents, but we as their sisters, you know, this generation, try to be as close as you possibly can be to your younger sister that is a teenager or something, or you know, younger, obviously, so that these dogs do not take advantage of them, because literally they honestly are, okay, and that's all that they just want to do. So please, 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 guys, like, make sure that you do this, because this is happening a lot. It's just that they're not caught every day, you know. And so the last thing that we want is for these children to be traumatized whilst they're young. And I feel like it's so sad, because they grow up to blame themselves, and then they end up just being wayward, because they're like, I was taken advantage of when I was young, and it's sad. Anyway, go ahead and comment below what you guys think of this whole situation. From me, Owamie, aka Miss Via Focal. I love you guys. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.